Trước khi bắt đầu, nếu bạn đang tìm kiếm sách để học IELTS hiệu quả, thì đây là những cuốn sách chúng mình khuyên dùng. Nó có thể giúp bạn đạt điểm IELTS từ 7.0 tới 8.0. Bạn hãy xem ở phần giỏ hàng trong kênh nhé.
Part 1. You will hear a conversation between two people about a local service.
Good morning, Neighborhood Food Support Scheme. How may I help you today?
Hi, I'd like to register for weekly food support, please.
Of course. I'll take a few details and then create your record in our system. Everything you share is confidential and used only to arrange your collections. If you need me to repeat anything, please let me know.
That's fine, thank you.
First, I'll generate a reference number for you. Please write this down carefully as you may need it when you contact us again. Your reference is N418. That's the letter N followed by 418.
I've written that down.
Excellent. Now, may I take your surname, please?
Whitcomb. Whitcombe.
Thank you. And how many people are in your household altogether, including yourself?
3. It's me and my 2 children.
Right, so 3 in total. We ask this because it helps us prepare suitable portions for each household. Now, how would you prefer us to contact you if there are any changes, by phone or by email?
Email, please.
Noted. We'll use email as your main contact method from now on. Collections take place every Saturday, and at the moment we offer 2 time slots. These are 4:30 p.m. or 5:30 p.m. Which one works better for you?
5:30 suits me better.
That's fine. I'll book you for the later time. The collection point is the Greenford Community Center, which is located on Alderwick Road. That's Alderwick. It is near the main bus stop and behind the public library.
Yes, I know that area.
Good. Do you have any dietary needs we should note on your record? This helps us avoid unsuitable items.
Yes, halal, please.
Noted. Finally, there is a small weekly contribution to help cover bags and storage. It is £2 each week.
That's fine.
Let me confirm your details. Your reference is N418. Surname Whitcomb. 3 people in your household. Contact by email. Collection every Saturday at 5:30 p.m. at Greenford Community Center, Alderwick Road, with a halal requirement.
That's all correct.
Wonderful. We look forward to seeing you this Saturday.
Part 2. You will hear a talk about a public facility.
Welcome to the protected sand dunes. Before you begin your walk, I'd like to explain why the access route has been changed and how you can help us protect this fragile environment. Over the past few years, many plants were damaged because visitors took shortcuts across the dunes. As a result, the new route now keeps walkers away from the youngest dunes, where the roots are still developing and can easily be destroyed by even a single footprint. You'll notice the boardwalk near the start of the route. It is made from recycled plastic, which lasts longer in salty air and does not splinter like untreated wood. This material also requires less maintenance, meaning fewer repairs and less disturbance to the surrounding wildlife. Please keep to the marked route at all times. Visitors must not leave the path, even for a quick photo, because one footprint can crush new growth and slow the recovery of the dunes. Here are a few practical tips before you begin. I recommend starting early as the wind becomes stronger in the afternoon and sand can blow into your eyes, making the walk uncomfortable. It can also become much hotter later in the day as there is very little shade along the route. Carry water, wear sun protection, and take short breaks if needed. The walk is not difficult, but it is exposed, so preparation is important. Now I'll describe the key points on the route in the order you will reach them. At the entrance gate, you will see new signage with a clear map and safety reminders. Please take a moment to read it before you begin, as it explains how to stay on the correct path and avoid restricted areas. At the boardwalk start, the surface is wide and smooth, which makes it suitable for wheelchairs and pushchairs. This section was designed to improve access for all visitors. Next, you will reach the orchid area. This section is extremely sensitive. Some plants are low to the ground and easy to damage. Please also keep noise low because birds nest nearby and loud voices disturb them. Further on, you'll come to the wind shelter. This spot is useful on sunny days, but it can be closed after rain as the ground becomes slippery and muddy. If it is closed, please follow the diversion signs. After that comes the lookout deck, a raised viewing platform with a wide view of the dunes and the sea. Please do not climb on the railings. Finally, you will reach the exit path, which is a one-way route. Please do not turn back along it as it is narrow and we want to avoid congestion. Thank you for your cooperation and enjoy your walk.
Bạn đang nghe podcast miễn phí tại IELTS. Nếu bạn yêu quý kênh, hãy ủng hộ chúng mình ở phần mô tả nha.
Part 3. You will hear two people discussing a project together.
Before we start reviewing the files, let's remind ourselves why we are doing this. Today, we're checking financial data accuracy. Accuracy means the figures are correct and can be explained clearly. It is not enough to have neat spreadsheets or tidy layouts. We need solid evidence that supports every total and every figure we report. And we should remember that even a small error can cause bigger problems later on. So let's take it slowly and make sure we can justify everything.
Exactly. The appearance of the spreadsheet can be misleading. Our first priority is checking totals against bank statements. If the totals do not match, then something is wrong, even if every individual line looks fine. That is usually the first sign of a hidden problem. It's surprising how often the problem is just one misplaced entry, and once it's in the system, it can be hard to spot later.
And we also need to confirm that dates match invoices. A small date error can move a payment into the wrong month, which changes the reports and can affect budgets, forecasts, and even staff decisions.
That's why consistency is so important. So let's go through what we found in each account. It will help us see which areas need the most attention.
The travel account has rounding errors. They are small, but they happen often, so over time, the totals slowly drift away from the real figure. Individually, they look harmless, but together they make a noticeable difference.
I noticed that too. The supplies account shows duplicated payments. The same supplier was paid twice for one invoice number, which should never happen. That kind of error is serious because it wastes money.
The events account, on the other hand, looks correct as recorded. We checked several entries carefully and they matched the receipts, so there is no action needed there.
Unfortunately, the utilities account has a mismatch in dates between the bill date and the entry date. That could be a simple typing mistake, but it still needs to be corrected so that the figures appear in the right reporting period.
And the training account has missing receipt numbers. The amounts are there, but the receipt field is blank on several lines, which makes it difficult to verify where the money went.
When should we correct these kinds of errors? Do you think it is better to wait and fix everything at the end of the year?
No, definitely not. Errors should be corrected as soon as they are found. If we delay, the mistake spreads into later reports and becomes harder to trace and fix.
That makes sense. We also need a clear way to flag suspicious items so we can return to them later without losing track.
We can color the rows. It's a simple method, but it is fast and easy to spot when we scan the spreadsheet. Then we can filter those rows and deal with them one by one. That way we won't miss anything when we review the sheet again.
Good idea. And what should our final report include once everything has been checked?
It should contain a list of issues and actions. We need to state what was wrong and what we did to correct it without adding personal opinions. That makes the report transparent, professional, and easy for others to understand.
Perfect. That will help anyone reviewing our work see exactly what changes were made.
Part 4. You will hear a lecture on an environmental topic.
Artificial light has become one of the most powerful but least noticed environmental changes of the modern age. As cities, towns, and transport networks continue to expand, natural darkness is disappearing across much of the world. For humans, light provides safety, comfort, and the ability to extend daily activities into the night. For wildlife, however, this constant brightness represents a major disruption to natural rhythms that developed over millions of years. Many species depend on predictable cycles of light and dark to guide feeding, movement, breeding, and rest. These cycles are part of their natural rhythms. When those cycles are disturbed, the effects can spread through entire ecosystems. This disruption can affect not just one species, but the relationships between many species. One of the most obvious examples can be seen in insects. Many night-flying insects use the moon and stars to keep a straight line while traveling. Artificial lights confuse this navigation system, causing insects to circle street lamps, building lights, or advertising signs until they become exhausted. Large numbers die from stress, dehydration, or predators. Because insects form the base of many food chains, their decline affects birds, amphibians, reptiles, and even some mammals. This means that a simple street light can indirectly influence the survival of many other species. Birds are also strongly affected by artificial lighting, particularly during migration. Many species travel long distances at night, using natural light patterns to orient themselves. Bright city lights and illuminated buildings can attract them off course, causing them to collide with glass structures or circle endlessly around tall buildings. This wastes valuable energy and can lead to injury or death. Over time, repeated disruptions may reduce breeding success and contribute to population decline. Even small changes to timing and direction have serious consequences during migration. Marine wildlife faces similar dangers. One of the most well-known cases involves sea turtles. Newly hatched turtles normally move toward the ocean by following the brightest horizon, which under natural conditions is the reflection of moonlight on the sea. In coastal areas with strong artificial lighting, hatchlings often mistake street lamps or hotel lights for the ocean and crawl inland instead. Many die from dehydration, vehicles, or predators before they can reach the water. Conservation groups now work closely with coastal communities to reduce lighting during nesting seasons. Mammals are not immune either. Bats, which rely on darkness to hunt safely, may avoid well-lit areas because they feel exposed to predators. This reduces the amount of habitat available to them and can force them to travel longer distances for food. Other bat species may gather around lights because insects collect there, changing natural competition patterns between species. These changes may seem small, but they can gradually reshape entire ecosystems. Fortunately, solutions exist that allow humans to enjoy the benefits of lighting while reducing harm to wildlife. One important step is choosing the right type of light. Warmer, amber-colored bulbs are less disruptive than bright white or blue light, which strongly affects many animals. Another key measure is controlling the direction of light. Lamps should shine downwards onto roads and pathways instead of spreading into the sky, rivers, or trees. Shielding is another effective technique. By placing covers around lights, communities can prevent unnecessary light from spilling into natural areas. Some towns have introduced lighting curfews in parks and near nature reserves, turning off or dimming lights late at night when fewer people are present. Motion sensor systems can also reduce light levels when areas are empty, then increase brightness briefly when someone approaches. These approaches save energy as well as reducing the impact on nearby habitats. Individuals can contribute as well. Closing curtains at night, turning off unused lights, and choosing low-impact outdoor lighting all help reduce light pollution. When many people take these small steps, the combined effect can be significant. In other words, small changes can have a big effect. In conclusion, artificial light is far more than a convenience. It is a powerful environmental force that affects insects, birds, marine animals, and mammals alike. By understanding these impacts and making thoughtful choices, societies can protect wildlife while still maintaining safe and functional nighttime spaces. Public awareness is growing, and schools, local councils, and environmental groups are beginning to include light pollution in their education programs. As technology improves, new lighting systems will continue to become more efficient and less harmful to surrounding habitats. If action is taken now, future cities can be designed in ways that respect both human needs and the natural world.
Bạn đang nghe podcast miễn phí tại IELTS. Nếu bạn yêu quý kênh, hãy ủng hộ chúng mình ở phần mô tả nha.